Welcome back to another episode of I Never Liked You with Matteo and Nick Smith, and today we're talking about what is happening to the movie star. Do you remember this shirt?
I do.
That's the infamous one.
It's really a global epidemic that we're having.
Let me just say this. You love Hollywood glam. You love the untouchable, sort of otherworldly. I think, can I kind of guess your
I love
feelings?
the idea of celebrity.
You like royalty.
Right. But I think ultimately what the actual answer is, what's happened is social media and people have become too...
Everything's become diluted.
Right.
I think also people are now not being told what to like, but choosing what to like.
Mm-hmm.
And a part of that is authenticity. And so people see people on TikTok or Instagram or YouTube and they feel connected to them and not told to like that person. And then it's sort of hard to like go back to these like ultra Hollywood glamour, sort of royalty who sit there and boast about themselves in a way that you're like, I don't even know what, I just kind of want to talk like I basically just watch YouTube about video game stuff. And I watch Red Letter Media, which are these three guys out of Milwaukee who just talk about movies. And I adore them way more than I give a shit about, I don't know, J-Lo's dress. It just has changed.
Exactly. It's become more diluted and more, they're just stars across all platforms. Like there are YouTube stars and Twitch stars and TikTok stars and movie stars and all that. Whereas it used to just be the
movies and
entertainment
TV. And they didn't even often blend.
Right. And the entertainment industry would tell us who the star was, basically.
Yeah.
And the tabloids would only talk about a certain number, and there only were a certain number.
Right.
Whereas now there's so many.
And you'd have to
in a
watch
movie or
once
a TV
a day
show.
for half an hour in Entertainment Weekly.
But like you would have like Jennifer or Julia Roberts and Sandra Bullock and them, like they were the only actresses like in rom-coms during that period of time.
Yeah.
So everyone loved them
Reese
because they were like the
Renee
only
Zellweger.
ones. Now everyone and their brother has
Well,
something.
I think that like
And then social media paired on top of that, stars have become so accessible and so we know too much about
There's
them.
no mystery anymore.
There's no mystery.
Well, I think
There's
that's
no,
it.
like
Yeah.
The Hollywood machine started like around the 1920s to 30s to 40s, where these studios, MGM, were contracting these stars and trying to make them this otherworldly life, which in a way you needed. You're talking about like the 1930s. It's the Great Depression. People needed some other world to look up to. And so it wasn't really about authenticity. It was about escapism. Where now it's very much about like what's authentic.
well, reality
this sort of
TV,
escape-
that
right.
sort of
Well, reality TV also made a huge switch because that was a different type of escapism. Like when you watch Selling Sunset, nothing at all about Selling Sunset on any granular way, shape, or form is relatable. But because they're so hyper ridiculous, it's almost like watching... It's almost the equivalent of like cooking your own meal and eating it, or just eating bags of Doritos.
But I'm talking about like original reality TV where you got to give credit where credit is due. Kim Kardashian and her family sort of really created this ultra hyper fixation for people in reality TV, and it catapulted them to like they became
But they
the
came from
stars.
Paris Hilton in Simple
Right.
Life, which came from so
But
it was
then
like
they became the stars as opposed to like the Angelina
the concept
Jolies
of the
world.
show.
Right.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I would say you saw the movement happening in the aughts where it was like once Paris Hilton became really famous, everyone's like, famous for what? Right? So at least there was the sense of like someone had to have some kind of talent to be famous. Now, I think performance, talent, none of it's
not hand in hand.
Mm-mm.
So
I'm not saying the Kardashians don't have talent. I mean, people watch them, they're captivated by them. Okay, well, they have something. If they're not nothing.
So growing up, who were your ultimate like movie stars?
Well, there was always like, obviously I'm a gay child, but like it was revered. Like if Barbra Streisand made a concert or like did a movie, it was like, she's coming back out from the cave. Like there was something revered about it. Like But that's like really specific. Well, I mean, the people that I knew, like Julia Roberts, was like, oh shit, there's a Julia Roberts movie. There's a Tom Cruise movie. You know, it wasn't like
Brad Pitt, George
there's a Brad
Clooney,
Pitt, there's a George
Tom
Clooney.
Hanks,
Yeah, Tom Hanks. Denzel's still so hot.
Angelina Jolie.
Yeah, less Angelina. I don't really. She really.
Tom Cruise.
Well,
Tom
Tom Cruise. That's what I'm
Cruise.
saying. It was a Tom Cruise movie.
Reese Witherspoon.
Yeah,
Meg Ryan.
yeah. Meg Ryan
Yeah.
had a long run for a while.
Johnny Depp.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Before he went.
yeah,
Cameron Diaz.
yeah.
Yes.
Even Cameron for a long time.
And
It
Drew
was about
Barrymore.
star power. Yeah, it was about star power. Why got so serious on this one?
People like when we do sometimes when we get really passionate about a topic.
Well, so I just think
Sandra
now.
Bullock. Life doesn't happen bi-weekly, so why should payday? The money you earn can be in your hands today with EarnIn. EarnIn is an app that gives you access to your pay as you work, up to $150 per day with a max of $750 between paydays. Just download the EarnIn app and verify your paycheck. Then access up to $150 a day as you work and leave an optional tip. Any money you access plus tips are automatically repaid from your next paycheck. What would I do with the money that I gained from EarnIn? I would use it towards upcoming rent. I would go to a nice dinner. I would shop. I would make smoothies. I'd buy all the ingredients for smoothies. You all know I'm on my health journey. Make EarnIn a part of your financial routine. Make EarnIn a part of your financial routine and join EarnIn's over 4 million customers who say things like, when I think about EarnIn, I think about financial stability, security, and it gives me a lot of peace of mind. Download EarnIn today, spelled EARNIN, in the Google Play or Apple App Store. When you download the EarnIn app, type in I Never Liked You under podcast when you sign up. It'll really help the show. I Never Liked You under podcast. EarnIn is a financial technology company, not a bank. Cash outs are based on your available earnings. Standard cash outs take 1 to 2 business days with no mandatory fees. Option to expedite your transfer for a fee. Tips are voluntary and don't affect the service. See the cash out user agreement for details. Services not available in all states. This podcast is sponsored by Squarespace. Squarespace is an all-in-one website platform designed to help you stand out and succeed online. Whether you're just starting out or you're trying to build or scale your business, Squarespace gives you everything you need to claim your domain, showcase your offerings with a professional website, and grow your brand and get paid all in one place. Squarespace gives you everything you need to get paid all in one place, from consultations to events and experiences, scheduling, showcasing your offerings with a customizable website designed to attract clients and grow your business. Get paid on time with professional on-brand invoices and online payments. Plus, streamline your workflow with built-in appointment scheduling and email marketing tools. With Squarespace's collection of cutting-edge design tools, anyone can build a bespoke online presence that perfectly fits their brand or business. Start with Blueprint AI, Squarespace's AI-enhanced website builder, to get a fully custom website in just a few steps. Using basic information about your industry, goals, and personality to generate premium quality content and personalized design recommendations. Honestly, it's very addicting. I played around with it. It's very user-friendly, but it really does build the website for you if you have no creative gene or desire to do any of that. Give it a try, trust me. Head to squarespace.com/I-never-liked-you for a free trial. And when you're ready to launch, use offer code I-never-liked-you to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain.
So I guess the question is, who are the remaining untouchables?
So that's what's hard is like nowadays, if you think about it, like who are our current movie stars?
I wouldn't say who are our current movie stars. My question is, who are the remaining few who are still in that zeitgeist? They're still in that atmosphere, that world, that haze of mystery. I would definitely say Nicole Kidman.
So here's an interesting thing to gauge it. It used to be that if you were on TV, you were more accessible to people because you were in their living rooms.
I
Whereas a
w-
movie star,
yeah.
people had to go see you at the movie
Right.
theater.
Now that's
But nowadays, so many movie
it's
stars
online, yeah.
are doing TV.
But TV's now more like movies. It's not
Right.
22
Yeah,
seasons.
you don't
It's
have to
8
go to the
episodes.
So that's what I'm saying.
theaters.
If
Yeah.
I'm going off of how it used to be and who's still like that, Angelina Jolie only
She
does
definitely-
movies. She's
Angelina
not-
Jolie's
She
definitely.
doesn't do TV. She doesn't like.
But
She's
not-
just movies.
But her and Nicole, they're not box office draws anymore. But they're still, I guess they're just like, that's the, no one is actually. So I would say.
Nicole, even though she's done TV, she would go.
Oh, she showed up for the opening of my lunch.
Right.
But no, I would
she
say.
does seem untouchable. in a
Angelina might be the
sense.
most. I mean, the really old ones like Sophia Loren, she still is like, I'm a star.
Yeah.
I have a list here if you want to go through
Yeah.
and kind of
Jennifer
give your
Aniston.
take.
Because she came from TV. She was always more relatable than Angelina.
Yeah.
Funny that we're pairing those two together. Yeah, Chris, let's go.
I mean, still Tom Cruise and Denzel Washington are still.
Yeah,
Tom
Denzel.
Cruise and
No, but
Denzel.
Denzel has more respect than Tom Cruise.
No, but I would say they both are in that untouchable category still.
I agree. Denzel, to me, more than
And
Tom
honestly,
Cruise.
even George and Brad.
I don't know. He had a good facelift.
What
I
about
mean-
Leo?
I don't like Leonardo DiCaprio, and I think his life is.
I do think that he
weird.
is in that sort of untouchable world. I will say, I
I
think
think women. Do we have more women? Because they are always
yeah.
the more glamorous
but
ones.
I was going to say,
Mar-
I would think Timothy Chalamet
Yeah.
is
But
teetering
he's dating
that.
a Kardashian.
I know, which has brought it down, but I do think he's teetering that sort
I
of
don't think it's brought it
untouchable.
down. I think it's just made him. It feels mixing.
I meant
worlds
brought it
that
down
don't-
in the sense like he
You meant
seems
what you
more
meant.
accessible.
But he's also refusing to go on the show. They're like asking him.
Right.
And he's like,
he
I'm not
seems
going
more
on.
accessible because he's dating her, but he is teetering that sort of like movie star untouchable.
All right, some women. We have Margot Robbie.
Definitely a star.
She's definitely a star.
And she kind of minds her own business.
Yeah.
So is she mysterious? But
yeah.
I think people have
She
respect for
is
her.
mysterious, but there is something about her that just seems really
She just does the work.
right,
which I like.
accessible.
Yeah.
Zendaya.
Oh,
She's
yeah,
a
she's
star.
a star. She's a star.
Yeah, but she also does TV too. But I don't
She
think.
But there's
does,
something
some,
so
its fashion has
untouchable
elevated her
about
to a
her.
level.
Yeah.
It's the fashion.
And you know nothing about her.
Yeah.
And her and Tom Holland seem great.
And no matter
Him
what
too, I
she
feel
touches
like.
turns to gold.
yeah.
Jennifer Lawrence.
She's a movie star. I would say
less than she's kind of.
I think of that generation, her and Anne Hathaway
Anne Hathaway's definitely a movie star.
are like the last,
They're the tail end
yeah,
Yeah.
of that.
world.
Ryan Gosling.
Yeah, he's definitely a star.
Ryan Gosling.
He's a movie star.
Why am I not putting a face to Ryan Gosling? Oh,
La
yes,
La
absolutely.
Land.
Yeah.
Emma Stone, movie star.
Yeah, she's a movie star.
Florence Pugh.
Who?
Florence Pugh, you know who she is. She
She-
plays
what's her big
Yelena in the Marvel movies. She
Who's Elena?
Natasha's younger sister. She just starred in Thunderbolts.
I don't even know who Thunderbolt is.
Maybe not. I guess maybe you might have not seen it. All right, we can. Take this out if you
I
want.
would say she's like a rising movie star. She definitely is a star, but I think she's like
Yeah.
still making a name for herself.
Michael B. Jordan feels
Yeah,
like
star.
one.
Star.
Anya Taylor-Joy.
I don't know who that is.
Similar to Florence.
the
she was
Queen's
Queen's
Gambit.
Gambit chess girl.
Oh, no,
You
I
see
don't
the
know.
menu?
No.
Okay.
She's similar to Florence. I think she's making a name.
Kate Blanchett.
Oh, star.
Movie star.
Michelle Yeoh.
She's a star.
Yeah, she's definitely a star, especially the past couple of years.
Yeah.
I liked her as Madame Morrible.
I do too. I stand by it.
Meryl Streep.
Yeah, come on.
Joaquin Phoenix.
Joaquin Phoenix.
Sorry, yeah.
Yes.
A star
I
with a
would
dark
say-
cloud
I was
over
gonna
it.
say, I would say technically, yes.
Yeah, he does big projects. Yeah.
Robert Pattinson.
Yeah, he's muddled his way out of Twilight and become.
Yeah.
Emily Blunt.
Yes.
Yeah.
She's
yeah,
a movie
she
star.
is.
Chris Hemsworth.
Yeah, come on.
Now, yes, but
Yeah.
See, the thing is, I'm going to say a take on Marvel is there are these certain actors like Chris Hemsworth, Chris Evans, Robert Downey Jr., Scarlett Johansson, that I think when they're not in a Marvel movie, there's less draw. They still have some pull, but I think there's less draw. Like, I think people are more excited and more about
who's
them
a box
when
office
they're in
draw?
That's who the movie, like, who right now, if they're in a movie, people are like, oh, I'm going to see that movie because they're in it. That's who I think would be a movie star right now. So, like a Zendaya or a Michael B. Jordan.
Well, but they're usually tied to IPs that people want to go see.
I feel like everything's tied to IP.
Well, yeah, I think it's
There's
more
no,
about
like original stuff anymore.
Yeah, I think it's IPs now. I don't think it's actors that really bring people in. Like Tom Cruise's Mission Impossible, like the final one, it didn't do well.
This one is, though.
This one is?
And his Top Gun Maverick.
That one did well.
Yeah, Top Gun.
But like even like, yeah, I don't know. By the way, I'm so
Margot
dizzy right
Robbie
now.
and Barbie.
I just got so dizzy from my jet lag. Also, I'm starving.
All right. You want to stop?
How much time have we done?
We have like 7 minutes left.
Oh, we can do 7 minutes. We can keep this in.
Okay.
It just hit me right now. Why did it just hit me now? I was doing fine. All of a sudden, I'm like I'm looking at Nick, and also like the striped backgrounds behind you are kind of like an eye. It's like an optical. Doesn't it kind of fuck up your? We might have to end this one short. I'm a little like, ooh, I'm dizzy.
Who are the TV stars right now?
You know what I'm thinking about? I don't watch enough to know. I just can
it's
talk
really-
about like the differences and
But
like
TV has changed also so much because there's so many different streaming services and platforms and everything that like there's just so many. Whereas it used to just be there were a handful of shows, so everyone
Well,
watched
I think
the
that's
same
it. I think that's
shows.
what it comes down to. Is like it's just simply come down to.
So
the
you could
fact that
argue
there's
like
less.
Quinta is a huge TV star.
Yeah,
Definitely.
She's absolutely a TV star.
Julia Louis-Dreyfus is a huge TV star.
Mm-hmm.
Gene Smart from Hacks is a huge TV star right now.
Pedro Pascal.
Pedro.
Oh, he's a star for sure.
He's
He got.
transitioning to movies, I would say.
He's yeah. Are you kidding?
Do you think he's gay? I do. I don't know why I do. He's
Yeah,
I don't
because
really know
publicly
that's up for me
admitted
to
it.
decide.
I know,
But I do think he got a great lower facelift.
He looks incredible.
Yeah.
Other than like, I guess the Succession people, they're like big TV stars.
Yeah, they're all Brian Cox,
really
Sarah
I'm
Snook.
gonna pass out. I feel dizzy.
All right, let's stop.
No, let's. Well, I don't. Also,
I mean, we can just end it
let's-
at 15 minutes. It's
Should
30
we?
seconds.
Yes.
should we
let's
keep
just-
this in that
let's
I'm
just stop.
passing out?
Sure.
Yes.
Do I need sugar?
Sugar,
Maybe.
flour, water. From Waitress? No.
All
I
right, let's
never
just
saw-
stop.
I never
We're good.
saw Waitress.
Let's Nick, just do the outro.
Sorry.
Thank you for watching and listening to another episode of our podcast. Please like, comment, subscribe. Please send Matteo sugar. And until next time.